It's giving Kyrah Page.
I like that one.
It's giving Keeping It Kultured. It's giving what it needs to give. We on your time, I guess, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. So sorry.
Hey guys, welcome to the Embrace Dream podcast. I'm your host, Tamia, and today we have a special guest, Miss CEO of Keeping It Kultured, Kyrah Page.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Tell me about yourself. Who are you? What's Keeping It Kultured? How are you today?
Hey y'all, I'm Kyrah, CEO of Keeping It Kultured. Keeping It Kultured is a brand that advocates for change, promotes Black positivity, and addresses issues within and against the Black community. And we do that through art and activism. And we just want to be a part of the change. That's what Keeping It Kultured is.
Cute. And you have merch. Let's see your hoodies. Let's get it. Keeping It Kultured cam. Shop Keeping It Kultured. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys don't know, it is homecoming. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Are you excited for homecoming? Why not?
Yes.
No, you're not. That was so hesitant.
I feel like homecoming is what you make it, and I'm going to make it a good time.
I felt that. Question. What's your most unpopular homecoming trend?
I feel like when people get their clothes, I'm gonna say this, when people get their clothes from the same place and they get their inspo from the same place and then everybody look the same and then everybody acts surprised that they all look the same.
Right, and we were just talking about this earlier. I brought this outfit, right, and I just saw this girl the other day wearing the shirt that I'm going to wear tomorrow, but she styled it differently. She wore it with sweatpants. I was going to wear it with some nice, cute jeans. I'm going to show you tomorrow.
But it's about, like, there's a difference between wearing and styling something. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with having stuff that other people have because there's only but so many different places you can get your clothes from in the world. Like, somebody in the world is going to have what you have. However, it's about what makes it you. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if you're just wearing it and everybody else is just wearing it, you're all going to look the same.
Yeah. But then you got to remember, we're in college. We all shop at the same places.
Yeah, but it's how you wear it, though.
Exactly. That's why we got these modeling organizations on campus. They know how to style it the best.
Period.
But yeah, it's to me, it doesn't bother me. Like, the girl had on the shirt, but I'm going to still wear it tomorrow. I'm going to still take pictures in it. But I didn't get it from the same place she got it. Wherever she got it, I didn't get it from there.
I feel like as long as we're not wearing it at the same time.
Nah.
Like, I made it my life's... This is my camera? I made it my life's mission to never go somewhere of importance, like prom or homecoming, like, you know, high school homecoming, all that. All the important events, snowballs, all that. To make sure nobody had my dress.
So how did you ensure? Okay, 2 questions. How did you ensure that? And then 2, so let's say it's homecoming, you had this fit you was planning, you about to do it, and you show up to the event and the girl got the same outfit on. What you gonna do? You carefully detailed, picked this out, shopped on exclusive.com, and someone has on your outfit.
Depends on, okay, a couple of things. One, how well lit the room is that we're having the function. If it's dark, cool. Ain't nobody gonna pee. But if somebody's like, oh my God, I just seen somebody with that on, I'm gonna go change. Because that just blew me.
What if you're nowhere near home? Suck it up.
Suck it up. I don't know if it's the generation that we live in, why we care so much about matching somebody. Because some people would just be like, oh, twin, and take pictures. Which is cool. I don't mind that. However, I don't know. I just feel like I like being original, so I feel like I wouldn't even really want to have that problem of looking like somebody else. Like that's I guess that's just a me problem. And then I had a sister growing up. Oh. And I mean, she's still here. Wait, why you say that?
Because you made it sound like
I have a sister currently. She's still here. She's still but we would be matching everything growing up. Matching pants, shoes, shirt, hair.
Not on purpose?
No, on purpose.
Oh, then why are you complaining about it?
Because now it's like I want to look like my own person. Like, I don't want to walk somewhere and see somebody wearing the exact same thing as me. Like, no.
I felt that.
Maybe that's just me.
Well, while we're on the topic on clothing, and we both own clothing brands,
okay.
Shop Embrace Dream. Shop Keeping It Kultured. We both go to Lincoln. We both have clothing brands. How do you feel like the atmosphere is with having similar brands as someone else? Like, is it competitive? Do you feel supported? How do you think it is managing your business when there's multiple businesses on the same campus?
I won't say it's competitive. I'd say, me personally, I've received a lot of support from Lincoln. People just, I'm wearing your shirt, Kyrah, or I wore your shirt the other day. It's like, okay, thanks. Like, they'll tell me when they wear it, or like they'll make sure to come find me when, you know, or they want something to be like, oh yeah, I got this friend, she got this brand. And I'd be like, oh, tell me about this girl. And it's me. But it's like, I don't know. I've had professors buy my merch. I've had alumni buy my merch. I feel a lot of love. I don't think it's ever been like, oh, well, your brand's like this, or, oh, I don't like your brand, I'm gonna go shop here. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced like a bias or like, I mean, everybody's here to, I feel like if anything, black people want to see each other
succeed. Yeah. I agree, especially here. I don't know how it is at other HBCUs or other schools in general, but I can say here at Lincoln, we both got the same type of brand. But just because we're black people or black students or students here at Lincoln that want to do things with their life, like, they're going to support. Like, even if we both sell a t-shirt, I'm going to buy both t-shirts because they both are my people who go here. Or, for example, even just like giving them the platform to succeed. So like Lincoln has a bunch of different events. Yesterday they just had their block party. They invited us to come to be a part of that block party to sell our merch. Every year for the fashion show, one year Keeping It Kultured was in the fashion show. They had different modeling organization, dance troops, model your clothing so the campus can see. So even if everyone isn't specifically buying it, everyone has the same spotlight when it comes to the university. They all get the same type of support, same type of recognition that they deserve, that they work for, that they want.
But I will say, like, I kind of disagree with you in the sense of, like, the same. I feel like when you hear somebody talk about their brand, I feel like I love it. Like, if I were at, like, the block party yesterday or any pop-up shop event, like, oh, tell me about your brand. Oh, I started it because of this and this and this. Or, you know, they're hyped to tell it. So it's like, I don't think any one brand is the same. I think they're all different and unique in their own way, and why it was started. And like take our brands for example. Embrace dreams. I feel like you can interpret that in so many different ways, and that's a good thing. Like, and embrace dreams. It's simple, but it's like that message can go so far. And same with like, well, not same, different from Keeping It Kultured. It's like that's a whole different message, but it could all be striving for the same thing. If that makes sense. I think we have the same ultimate goal, but like, I feel like every brand is just so different.
That's what makes them unique. That's what keeps them going. Like for Embrace Dreams, we always start up by saying, what is your dream? A lot of times people can't answer that.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are like, whoa, like I never really thought about that. Then it goes on to, okay, you have a dream. How are you going to embrace it? How are you going to push for it? Don't give up on it. A lot of times people think like, well, it's too late to do this, that, and the third. No, it's never too late if you put your mind to it. Another thing is people limit themselves. Like Embrace Dreams is dreams with an S. You can have more than one dream. Just make sure like you have the right like platform, the right like strategies to maintain what you want to do and keep doing it. So that's a little bit about Embrace Dreams. But on top of that, like that's how it keeps people running. Like knowing like why you started, that's what continues to help you push out. So like having your why, but how are you maintaining your why? How do you show that why every time you push out a new t-shirt, every time you push out a new podcast episode? Like how are you pushing that out? Just making sure if no one else sees it, make sure that you see it. Because at the end of the day, like going back to the clothing and people like wearing the same exact clothing, you want to be your own self. You will go back and change your clothes. It may seem ridiculous to me that you want to go change your clothes, but to you, the reason why you did is because you want to be original. You want to make sure people understand, like, I'm Kyrah, I'm my own person. I don't want to look like the next person. So that's the same thing with, like, running any type of business. Like, even if no one else sees what your mission is, why you keep going, you should make sure that your mission is still pushed out.
I feel like I tell people, I said, when I talk to, like, my team, I be like, y'all, we got to push just like drugs. And when I say that, it's like, that's very
Black
bad.
people, man.
I know. You know, black people. But it's like, but I say that because it's like, you have to act like your product is the greatest thing that touched this
on
planet.
Earth,
This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. You can't
And
get
no
nothing
one else
like
has this. No one has ever heard of this. We are the first to do it and the last to do it.
And that's, you have to have that mentality, because a lot of times people are afraid to start or afraid to continue or whatever, because they feel like, you know, like they oh, I'm not getting enough sales, or oh, people aren't seeing me. But it's like, you have to, because I remember one time somebody said, I got an opportunity to be a vendor for Fall Fest my freshman year. And I was talking to like my group chat with my friends. I was like, y'all, like, I don't know what to do. I was so hyped, like, I'm nervous. You think they gonna like it? And everybody in the chat was like, oh yeah, girl, you got this, da, da, da. And then you had one person, I was just like, but I mean, like, it's just a logo on a t-shirt. And I'm sitting here like, but so is Nike, and so is Adidas, and so is any other brand. But because it's the people that wear it, it's the way that they market it, it's the message behind it that makes people want to buy it, or just the person. Like, oh, I like you, and what you stand for, so I'm gonna buy your stuff. So it's like, okay, to you, you see a logo on a shirt, but to me, I see a movement. You know, and what I like about your podcast, like Embrace Dreams, the controversy behind dreams is insane, and it's been that way for forever. Like the controversy with the American dream, or the controversy of following your dreams, because dreams don't pay the bills. But the one thing that I like about your brand, even though the statement is so simple, there's so much power and just controversy and conversation to talk about when it comes to dreams. But yeah, that's my little one too.
Yeah, and I really felt that, like, for example, like, one of the dreams that I'm proud that I followed is even like coming to college and declaring my major. So I'm a mass communication major, but in high school, like, I was a straight A student. I'm still a straight A student, all that, like valedictorian. I'm a math geek. I love math. Don't tell anybody.
Really?
Even though, yeah, I love math. Like, I don't know. It's something about math always having a right answer. You might have multiple ways to get to that answer, but there's always one correct answer. I love that.
I don't like that.
I love that.
I don't like that it's so definitive.
I'm sorry. I need one. Is either this is the answer or is not the answer.
But it's weird because, like, you're a mass comm major, so naturally, like, you're a creative to some degree, whether it's graphic design or whatever. So it's like, me as a creative, I don't know, maybe I made this up in my head, I don't know, but like, I don't like math. I've never been good at it. I do like science stuff, but that's different. I feel like
I hate science.
I don't like physics, because that's more math based.
No, so listen, physics. We're jumping back.
Wait. Let me
tell you about physics real quick, and then you go back. Physics. I had my physics freshman year of high school. I had physics. I hated it. I hated the teacher. I cannot tell you a single thing we learned. Like, I can't. Like, you know how you can always remember one thing from a class, like X equals M. I don't even know.
Y equals MX.
Y equals MX. That's
and the fact that I know that is
like, no, wait. I'm talking about science. What's the Einstein? E equals MC squared. That stuff. I can't even tell you.
I was doing algebra.
It took my dad to tell me that, you know, physics is really fun. It depends on the professor. So, like, it really depends on who you have to know what you like. So I'm really mad my physics experience was horrible, because my dad started teaching me a little bit, when, like, helped me study when it came. I'm like, man, this is actually kind of fun when you really, like, yes, for real. Trust me. You don't trust me?
I'm just not a math person. I never have been, except counting money. But other than that, I'm just not a math person. But counting money, actually, especially in business, is a lot of math. Now that I think about it, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Back in.
Yes, okay.
Creative.
So as a creative, I feel like I don't like definitive answers. I like open-endedness in life. So, like, I was actually talking about this with somebody outside of my chemistry class. He was just like, yeah, I don't like having a whole bunch of answers. I like one definitive answer, like you said. And I was just like, I like to ask you the same question and get 50 different answers, because I like to pick people's brains. I like to know why they do something, where it came from. I like to know that stuff. And I don't know why, but it's just like, I don't know.
I guess it's just the mindset. Now, I'm not saying, like, I won't do it. I don't like when people pick my brain and things like that. It's just I prefer not to. Like, something about not having the answer after a while is going to trigger me. Like, all right, now we got to figure this out. Now I'm running around with my head.
But that's still the answer, though.
I don't know, man.
Like, take Jordan Peele. for example. A lot of his movies are
funny, I love the movies too.
They're great, and they're up for interpretation. Like, he doesn't really confirm or deny anything. So, like, but it's fun to think about, okay, well, I think this, and then you have people that sit around and talk about their theories all day long. And I think that's fun because it's like, there's so many possibilities. Like, but if it's just like, oh yeah, this is what happens, it's like, okay, all right, well that's it.
Different. I feel like it's different. Well, to me, it's different because when it came to schooling, I need one answer. You gotta tell me if it's right or right. But when it came to like free time, that's why in college I chose mass communications, because I could be more creative. This is my life at the end of the day. But like in high school and stuff, like no, like I needed one straight answer. I needed to know if this was like, if I got a point off, why did I get it wrong? Like, let me know, like, because that was used against me at some type of point. Like, you got this wrong, you don't know what you're doing, things like that. So that's kind of like one of the reasons, like, all right, like I need a answer at the end of the day. But when I chose massive communications, that's when I started exploring my like different creativities. Like, I didn't know I could make a graphic until I ran for a deputy of communications freshman year. And I'm like, dang, wait, I got a little talent for this. Like, but then like I hate being graded on it. Like, how are you telling me that my creativity was wrong? It's things like that. So that's what stuck me to like, all right, I'm good at math. It's always right. But when it came to that art class, I can't draw to save my life. I'm getting points off because my dragonfly don't look like a dragonfly. It looks like a beetle. So like,
but the thing about art is it's subjective. Like, you can't really tell me I'm wrong.
So then why is there classes for it where we being graded for it?
I don't know. I can't speak to that. But what I'm gonna say, if I was a professor, like, I mean, it's one thing if you lack creativity, you can get points off for that. Or you can see the effort, the quality, you can grade on that kind of stuff. But you can't tell me, like, oh, that's terrible because you think it's terrible. Because you could show somebody something and they'll be like, oh my God, that's the greatest thing ever. And then you could show somebody else and they're like, put that back. What is that? You know? So I just feel like it depends on the artists and the viewers. And like the piece. I don't know. Like, I feel like in math, it's just too cut and dry. Like, I don't like the cut and dry of life. Like, but I do like having an answer. It doesn't have to be, I don't know. You start talking about grades, I'm very serious about my grades.
Me
like,
too. That's why.
If I got this off, I want to know why. But that's kind of different though.
But yeah, but at a certain to a certain extent, like, it even came down to the creative side. Like, once again, like, I was in art classes where I didn't strive because I didn't have the skill. Now, that could have just been the professor, but because that was, like, instilled upon me, that's what made me grow more towards the math and the math. I ain't like nothing else but math. The math, some type of science class. I did like English. I did like writing. I entered a short story contest. Well, I didn't. My teacher entered me into it, and I didn't know I was in it until I got an award for it. So that's crazy. But like things like that, like when I'm able to be myself and not be critiqued upon it to a point that like it's showing that I'm lacking, like you're taking points away from me because of certain things, that's where I start to get hold of. Now that I think about it, it kind of strengthened me to have a business, like knowing that people. Not everyone's going to be your target audience. Not everyone's going to be your crowd. But the ability to keep going, that's what I'm starting to learn. So once again, that's why I transitioned when I got into college and was able to do that mass communication, get those critiques, learn like not to satisfy everyone, but like how to respond to it. So you don't like it. Okay, why don't you like it? Okay, well, did you know about this? Like you said, it's just a words on a T-shirt.
But
did you know it meant this? Like, so when people say that to you, do you leave it alone or do you try to like explain? Like, what's your response?
I don't want to say I don't care about what people think about my art, because I guess to some degree you do, because you're posting it for people to see, to spread a message or whatever. But it's like what do they say? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So it's like, becoming an entrepreneur has made me more confident in myself. Like, I didn't like that. Oh my God, I'm asleep just fine tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I mean, in a class setting, if there are parameters and you're not meeting those, okay, like you can obviously take points off or whatever. But I don't know. I just don't think that you can really grade art, because it's somebody's opinion, that's somebody's thoughts, that's somebody's feelings, that's somebody's pain or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would say being an entrepreneur has definitely strengthened me in the sense of like, I never really like being told what to do.
That's
Ever.
fine. The rules.
Ever. I don't really like rules. And I guess that makes me creative too, like, because I don't like rules. I don't
You're
like...
a creative rebel.
No, creativity is rebellious because, you can't... There's no limit. Like, my art teacher, and I will always, always, always remember this. This was my 2nd grade art teacher. Yes, I will always remember her.
Name?
Her name was Miss Cat. So if you're watching this, hi, Miss Cat. But she was like, there are no mistakes in art. Like, and even the eraser is used as a tool. Like, you're not really taking away from it, you're adding to it. Like, people use erasers to add dimensions.
Yeah, or sometimes you ever use a eraser to erase things, but you still see.
Yeah, for dimension or whatever. Like, eraser is still a tool to add. So it's like there's...
I like that.
You feel
You're
me?
eating.
So like there's no wrong in art. Like, you cannot mess up. So it's like, okay, you colored outside the lines, make that a whole nother extension of the piece or whatever. Like, so same thing with this. So I kind of live by that. Like, you can't tell me what I'm doing, you don't like it. Ooh.
And I just wish, like, I love that. I just wish I knew that when I was in 2nd grade. Second grade.
No,
like,
I didn't think like this in 2nd grade.
Like, but like still, like I wish like it didn't take me this long to realize it's okay for other people not to agree with what you want to do. Like for me, still to this day, like if you tell me you don't like something that I did, I'm not gonna argue with you to try to change your opinion. I'm arguing with you or having this conversation with you to figure out, okay, what does appeal you? You know, like you said, a lot of times people say they don't like things but don't know why. They just saying it just to say it. Other times people are saying it and they might got some real critiques that I can use in the future. Dang, you are right. Maybe I could use that. Or just understanding like why you weren't my target audience. Because sometimes I might think you are, but you wasn't. So even when like it's not for them, it's not for me, like I still want to learn from what went wrong to lead to this conversation. So like I'm not a people pleaser. At the end of the day, I don't care about your opinion either. But I can use that to better strengthen my knowledge. I might not use it to affect my business, but now I kept that in my back of my head that, yeah, I went through this before. I know how to overcome that, or I know how to respond to that. And sometimes, like, people, like, even if you don't like it, I still want you to know what my story is. Because just as much as I told you my story, that could have changed your mind. That could have changed your opinion. So, like,
I mean, I feel like if you're here to help me, then you're not just telling me I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you're genuinely here to help me and critique me and help me grow, then you're being a mentor. Like, it's not like, I don't care what anybody has to say. Like, if you're trying to be a mentor to me and you're like, you know, maybe you could work on this or you could fix that or you could change this, but you're trying to build me, you're not trying to break me down. Like, okay, cool. But you have people that are internet gangsters. I'll be like, I hate this. This is terrible. I don't like your content. Okay, but like you will have people that are trying to help you, like those people you listen to. I'm not saying like don't hear anybody out. And then like you said something else that I wanted to respond to.
I said a lot. I don't remember.
No, it was the very last thing you said. Hearing your story. People hearing. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that too. People hearing your story. One thing I live by is like, you know how you have friends and like people in your life or whatever. Never block them. Ever. Let them keep saying what you're doing. That's just in life. So like don't shut nobody doesn't have access to my content, to my story. Like my door is always open because like you said, you don't know what my story could do for other people. Like you know, you hear designers and brands that be like, oh, my stuff is specifically for this type of people. I'm trying to remember who said that. I don't want to be wrong, but there was a couple famous brands that said that like, oh, my stuff isn't for this group of people, probably black people. And if that's the case, but like black people have style, like we could really turn your product
upside down, flip it for homecoming.
I'm saying like we could really eat your product up, and it's like you're keeping your product away from a people that is good at that, that's good at fashion. Like fashion is, I would say, built on the backs of us. I just feel like I'll never like close that door off. Like you say, you'll always have access to me, to my story, to my brand, to my hustle, to whatever, because you just never know who's watching. You never know like what that could mean later or for somebody, to somebody, or whoever. And then you said something else. What was it?
My knowledge.
Keeping things in the back of your mind. Yeah, so I have like had multiple mentors. And I'm like, Dad, like, I was talking to my dad about it, because I would talk to him a lot about it. I'd be like, Dad, like, I don't like this. Like, I don't. And he was like, okay, well, you can learn what not to do. And I was just like, why can't I just see what to do? But like, you have to know what you don't want. And sometimes I'll say that. I was like, I may not know what I want, but I know what I don't want. And that's knowledge that you could put in the back of your head. Like you were saying, like, you kind of changed my perspective. Like, okay, your opinion could suck, but you could actually help me, like, in another way, I guess.
Now, if you keep reiterating, I don't like this, I don't like that.
You're just a
right,
hater.
You're a hater.
You're just a hater. Taking, like, you can't, it's noise. And some people, like, I was hesitant to start keeping it cultured for a while, because I'm like, I'm not really on social media. I had like one picture on Instagram. I had a Facebook that my parents helped me like start, and that's all I had.
You still use Facebook now?
Not really. Sometimes. I mean, it's good. It's good because if you have a business, that's still people that use that. You don't want to. That's a people,
smart.
Right?
You know, it's funny. I have never had a. I have a Facebook account because I was doing community service and I was helping managing a page, but I don't know how to use Facebook. Like, it seems so complicated. I'm being so serious. Like, don't do that to me. Is that my black card?
We're not gonna talk about black cards because you don't have one. It's in timeout.
Yours is too a little bit.
No, it's not.
We can talk about it.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Ever since I did that black card Revoke video, everybody been trying to challenge me.
Okay, if y'all ever want to challenge, I'm gonna challenge you. No, because I don't want you to challenge me. I'm kind of
because you're gonna lose.
I'm gonna lose
because I will start with Bad Boys and I will. I seen
Bad Boys, guys.
Ask her how old she was when she seen it.
I was too young to remember. I was too young to remember.
Yesterday,
I watched Bad Boys.
She watched it before this podcast started.
No, I didn't. No, that's a lie.
She came in like this, and she just finished it.
All right, so hers is movies. I mean, mine's is movies, maybe, but hers, guys. Hear me out. She don't know some simple hand games. Like, you know, like the hand games you used to play when you were younger. Kyrah don't know some of those.
Okay, to be fair, we're from two very different places.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
Even if we're from two different places, a lot of times you have different variations of like by the river, mama, can't you see? All that other stuff. What was the game you didn't know? Oh man.
She called it numbers.
She don't know numbers.
But I don't know it as numbers.
She don't, and then I'm like, what you know it as? I don't know, but I don't know. And then
you know the last time
when I was trying to, all right, it doesn't matter. It's like, you know how to ride a bike? When's the last time you rode a bike?
It's been a while.
Exactly. But I guarantee you, if you got on the bike, you will know how to ride it. It's the same thing with
because I got on the bike this summer and it was kind of embarrassing.
Now that's ridiculous.
It was embarrassing.
But still, you know how to ride a bike.
I
was like, numbers. She was like, I don't know what that is. And then I started trying to play with her. She still didn't know. Now she's saying we didn't call it that. No,
we didn't. Once you started singing the cadence or whatever you was doing, I was like, okay, that looks familiar.
So let's play.
What is it?
Numbers.
How do you do the thing?
I'm playing with Casper. You don't know that?
1, 2, 3, and then you do it and you just keep counting up.
Yeah.
And then you 1. We count like we'll be like 1.
Yeah.
2,
it's called numbers.
3. But nobody calls it numbers.
What do you call it?
Not numbers.
So when you was like, all right, let's play, which y'all just know.
We're like, let's play. We'll be on a bus going to whatever field trip we're going to. We're like, let's play hand games. He's like, you want to play Mama? But we don't do that. We just be like, want to play hand games? Yeah. All right. Which one? And then once you start doing it, it's like,
no.
Yes.
Yeah. Where are you from? No, I already know where you're from. But still, like, me, it's like, all right, let's play numbers. Let's play Mama, or let's play Down by the River.
But do you have to preface every time you say let's play something? Let's just play hand games.
No,
then we pick one.
First of all, I didn't.
If I pull up like this, if I come up to you like this, what you doing?
I know what I'm doing, but I don't want to do it because I want to prove my point.
But I'm saying, you know exactly what I'm. So if I come up to you, exactly. Yeah. So I don't have to add. Oh, let's play this game. Let's just play it.
It's just.
If we're sitting on a bus and we're already friends, and I turn to you,
if I go like this, you gonna know what game to play. Because first of all, there's multiple games like this. You have regular numbers, you have Chinese numbers. You know how to play Chinese numbers?
Yes.
Play Chinese.
Ain't that like hot hand and you smack each other?
What is hot hand?
Hot hands? See? You don't even know hot hands. Hot hands is like, so you put your hands on mine.
Wait, I know what that is. First of all, that doesn't have a name. That doesn't have a name. Wait, that doesn't have a name.
See, you just proved my point. Thank you. So from different places, they call them different things. So you might not know what they.
Y'all ever heard of hot hands? Be honest.
Hot hands and Chinese hot hands. Hot hands is
What
like.
is Chinese hot hands? Why?
Honestly, that might be racist.
I'm not gonna lie. Why do we make it black?
I don't know. You know, black people. I don't know. I honestly don't. But if you play like Chinese hot hands is like you hold each other's hand like this. No, like this, and it's like, do you smack me? No, you smack me.
Wait, because I was confused.
And my black card is in question.
She don't know what is hot hands, y'all.
If you know what hot hands is, then
you from Pittsburgh.
No, then you're cultured. Because who doesn't know hot hands?
I know what hot hands is. I just don't. It's not called hot hands. See now.
So you're just proving my point.
Doesn't matter. That's
you know
different.
numbers.
That's not a hand
you know numbers.
Game. That's not.
You know numbers. That's the same thing.
I rest my case.
No, I rest
right. I'm right. Numbers and hot hand, whatever she said. It's two different things.
I feel like when it comes to black cards, mine is safe. Hers is not.
Mine's is really much safe, y'all. I know numbers and hot hands now that it's called hot hands. All right, we're not going to test my black card. All right, this is me admitting that my black card when it comes to movies alone.
It's not just movies.
What else is it?
Let's talk about common things we see in black households.
Okay. I seen it too.
Do you have a drawer?
Yup, I do.
You don't even know what I was going to say. What was I going to say?
No, tell me what I was going to say. No,
I got the drawers. Since we're I got
a drawer. I got multiple drawers. I got a drawer full of plastic bags inside of other plastic bags. Right. Binder clips that were lost for so long.
Binder clips?
You don't know how you roll up your chip bags. You don't put a binder clip?
Oh, the chip bag.
No, we use binder clips. I don't have a chip clip. I have a binder clip. You never use it for the binder?
But they're magnets though. No. You get them off the fridge and you just clip them on the bag.
Nah. I use a binder clip. Y'all use binder clips?
The only things I got in my drawers is sauces from unknown dates and bags of bags.
I have bags, sauces. I also have takeout menus from places that's probably shut down by now.
We've been like, what you want for dinner? This isn't open.
I'm not gonna lie.
this moved.
We ask what's for dinner and forget that they're even in the drawer. You already know what you're gonna get. You get the same thing every time.
Nah.
You get different things. What kind of takeout? It's always like Chinese.
It's either Chinese or pizza of some kind.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing that really does takeout.
And I get the same thing.
Same thing.
So what's the point of the menu? Do they even give out menus anymore?
Yeah. Okay. They like staple them to the bag. I feel like black people like to be prepared just in case. I think that's just our livelihood. So just in case I decide to change my mind at one point in time, maybe I will have this menu handy.
Or I'm not gonna lie, just in case we have a new guest over. Here's your menu.
The guest. Yes. Okay. So bags and bags, sauces in drawers. Okay. Plastic on couches.
I have never, like my family, no, but I have been in houses with plastic on the furniture.
That's more like your grandparents types of thing.
Yeah, I have been. How about this? Not my immediate family, but I have family members that do have plastic on the couch or on the block. Like you go in someone else's house, or like there was someone on the block who lived when my mom and pop out. Like we know not to sit on Miss Cookie's couch. Like we knew not to do that because it got the plastic on it. Just first of all, you're not supposed to be running in and out the house. You letting out the good air. So.
You had air conditioning outside? No, my dad, he still sometimes keeps the plastic on the remotes, and I think that's so irritating.
Now,
but I mean, it keeps it clean though, because it's like, because he told me, he was like, now imagine one day you eating wings, you got all that barbecue sauce and grease all on my remote, then what? I was like, all right, I guess. But then wipe your hands before you touch the remote, right?
Well, for me, I keep the plastic on screens, like in my car. That's the only thing that's the cleanest in my car. The screen has that.
No, that's smart.
On my TV, I didn't even realize it was this the sticker outline is still on the TV.
Let's talk about TVs. Let's talk about TVs. Have you ever
So far as my black car is still here, y'all?
So far. It's all right. But I remember growing up, I lived with my grandma for a period of time, and I was like being in two separate generations. 3, because I'm the generation I'm growing up in, my parents, and then my grandparents. And so I was very dated in school. Like I would make references to things, and people were like, "What are you talking about?" But then the teachers were like, "What do you know about that?" Which is also very embarrassing. But I get along with all the aunties now, so it's cool. But VHS rewinders.
Oh my gosh, that's what all my Disney movies were on.
VHS. And you know the worst pain? When, like, you put a movie in and somebody didn't rewind it after they finished it, and then you gotta wait to rewind it.
So the movie for us that was like that, I probably remember all the movies I had on VHS. I had Mulan, I had Hercules, I had this Rugrats one.
Keep those.
I don't know where they are now.
Oh, because I was gonna say they be cutting stuff out of the new ones, and you have the OG stuff.
For real.
They cut out all the racist
Well,
stuff.
I still got DVDs as well. I still got DVDs as well.
The VHS, they can't take those back and change them. It's too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I remember putting in there and having to push it all the way back. And then I used to turn the TV off while I did it because I hate that it showed the movie as it was going back. I feel like that made it slower. Like you had to see the blue screen. No, you remember when Titanic was on 2 different tapes? You watch the first half and then like he smacks Rose and it stops, and then you gotta go and put the other one in, and then it's not rewound. It's not rewound, so you gotta rewind it all over again. I have never seen Titanic.
Huh?
Nothing.
Are you serious?
I'm just so serious.
So you don't get any of the references about Titanic?
I had to get the references because they're replayed over like the Titanic pose. They was on the ship. I know that exchange.
That's the cover of the freaking.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
So you don't even know that pain. You know Titanic's like 3 hours long.
Exactly.
So when it stops halfway through, it's like, then you gotta put in the next one. No.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. All my aunties and uncles know when you put that tape in and it stopped halfway through. That's. You ever have a movie in 2 parts?
Nah, that's too long for me. I'm gonna fall asleep by then.
Titanic was actually, that's like a movie you watch maybe once or twice. You never watch it again.
Or never. Or never.
But that was like one of the biggest. No, okay, you know how I discovered Titanic? I had a teacher who, she was going through a breakup.
That's a great way to start the story.
Yeah, I think I was in like 4th grade. Yeah, she was going through a breakup. It was really rough. We're gonna call him Chad. Chad sucked. Okay, Chad really sucked. Yeah, that Chad, bro, really sucked. So she came in and she was like, okay, guys, we're going to have a movie day. I was like, oh, what did Chad do? We watched Titanic. I was like, oh.
In 4th grade?
In 4th grade. But she skipped the nasty part.
I was about to say, aren't there, like...
Skipped
I ain't never seen Titanic, but I heard about Titanic, man.
She skipped that part. We were too young. So everybody, close your eyes.
See? 4th grade, we have enough time to have spontaneous movie times. College,
I still be watching movies. I don't know about you.
I don't.
I'm a movie watcher though. Like I love watching movies.
I'm movies over TV shows.
I mean anything. I mean it's not really a TV show thing. It's just like growing up, my dad was a movie watcher, and I watched a lot of like musicals and stuff. So like, I'm always down for a movie. Especially if it makes me think. I've gotten into like psychological thrillers. I really like those because I like puzzles.
Me too. I love, yes. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen, you have Netflix? I'm asking because.
Well, I don't now because
I was about to say, I have
it's
Netflix,
not in the same household.
I'm not in the same household, so I don't have Netflix at this current moment. See?
Netflix,
you made that look.
You thought you ate, you didn't.
Yeah, it's this movie on Netflix. It's called Fractured.
You know Disney Plus is doing it too? I'm sorry.
For real?
Yes. Disney Plus kicked me off my account. Oh, well, I guess it's not my account.
Did you know? Oh my goodness. Did you know you got HBO Max?
Yeah.
You know they're taking off Cartoon Network?
Really?
Yes.
Were you a Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network kid?
All of the above. All of the above. It depends on what was playing. I love SpongeBob, but I love, like, I'm not gonna lie, I miss all of our old shows. Like, you ever see Chowder?
My mom didn't like Chowder.
I love Chowder.
I mean, I watched.
I don't know all the names. Chowder, you know the one with the well, Flapjack. That's the name. Flapjack.
The Adventures.
Yeah. What?
The something Adventures of Flapjack.
Yes. Yes. We also had dang. Oh my goodness. What's the little boy with the big nose? Bill and Mandy. The Grim Reaper.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dexter's
Why you
Laboratory.
talk about his nose like that?
Sorry. I'm trying to think of all the rest of them. Those are my shows.
Johnny Test.
I didn't like Johnny Test.
What? Bling Bling?
I didn't like Johnny's Test.
Bling Bling?
I don't know. It was too science.
Or was it Bling Boy? What's his name?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't like Johnny's. It came on every morning. Maybe it was too early to be watching Johnny's Test when it came on.
Johnny's Test came on. No, Ben 10 came on in the morning. Ben 10,
Both
the
of them. I
OG.
didn't like
No,
both
no,
of
no,
them.
no, no. OG Ben Tennyson, bro.
I like
The Omnitrix, bro.
It wasn't for me.
He said, "Rawr." That nigga. Oh, my fault.
You know.
Was I? Am I a girl? I am. I really like
for
Ben 10 more.
Nickelodeon. I was more so a Nick Jr. fan. Like now that I think about it, the only Nickelodeon show I watch, or I'm thinking about cartoons. Maybe that's the problem. I'm thinking of SpongeBob, but I watch like iCarly, all that other stuff. You know what? Oh my goodness, I wasn't allowed to watch Zoe 101, Degrassi.
That's fair.
House of Anubis.
No, House of Anubis was kind of. That's about like. That makes sense.
No, it's crazy because House of Anubis, I started watching it and my mom, it used to come on at night, like it was dark out. So my mom walked in when I was watching it and I think like this was the part the monster came out of something and she was like, turn that off, you're gonna have nightmares. Why would you tell me that? I was having a good old time trying to figure out what was going on in the house. Like it wasn't scary to me yet.
We really liked House of Anubis, but my parents didn't like it either because it seemed kind of like demonic. So they weren't. My parents, they watched everything to make sure that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have like a block on your TV?
No.
Okay.
We weren't like, oh, we're gonna sneak and do this. We weren't really. If they told us no, it's like most times I don't really have interest in pursuing it.
No, the only show I snuck to watch was House of Anubis because I started it. Now Zoe 101, so the Grassy Zoe 101, I never started it to watch it. My mom didn't want me watching Zoe 101 because she didn't like Britney Spears, and that's her little sister, right?
Who?
Zoe.
Oh. Yeah. I did not make that connection.
Yeah, and then Degrassi is Degrassi. Like, to this day, I don't know what Degrassi's about. I just know that Drake was on it.
Drake?
Yeah.
Oh, Drake.
I love Drake, yo. I went to his concert. It was amazing. Oh, my gosh. They had some Degrassi references in there. I did not know what it was. Did not know what they were talking about. Other than that, like, I couldn't watch. You ever see Adult Swim? I couldn't watch.
No one could watch Adult Swim.
I couldn't watch the Boondocks. I couldn't watch Family Guy.
I used to, for some reason, I did want to watch Family Guy. I don't know why.
I wanted to watch the Boondocks.
The Boondocks, a pimp named Slickback. Oh, you still haven't seen it?
I have now, but it doesn't.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like, not saying it doesn't hit the same. I just wish.
It hits the same.
I wish I could have watched it when I was younger. I would have been caught up, you know?
You didn't get that reference?
It hits the same.
A pimp named...
Oh, I get, yeah. Yeah, I got that. No, a pimp named Slipback. Slipback. No, a pimp named Slipback. I got it. Black card still here.
Is it?
I'm going to insert it right
Oh,
here.
let's talk about cooking.
All right. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to cook.
I ain't gonna do you too bad.
We can say that for the next episode.
We're gonna get her. We're gonna have a series. It's gonna be Cooking with Kyrah.
This is no longer the Embrace Dream podcast. This is Tamia's Black Card Revoke.
That's what we should start.
No, we shouldn't.
Every episode.
I'm in the hot seat every week.
You know, I like that. We'll do that.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming for the Embrace Dream podcast. Kyrah, I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us today. Do you have any last message, words of encouragement? Anything else you want to talk about my black card? Anything else you want to say before we close out?
Nah, we'll leave your black card alone. We know it's MIA. But as far as like advice or anything, last words, embrace your dreams, man. Like,
that was amazing.
Dang, you didn't even let me finish.
I'm sorry.
You know, don't be afraid to start, because that's the hardest part. Just start, and who cares about the rest? You know, it'll if you know your why and you got that drive, that hunger, can't nobody stop you. So
tell people where we can find you. What's Keeping It Kultured? Where is Kyrah at? How can we shop? How can we support?
My personal Instagram is @_kai.lachelle_. I mean, once you start typing it in, it'll pop. and we're gonna put it.
We love this spot
somewhere.
Right here.
And then my business page is @Keeping It Kultured. Everything is under @Keeping It Kultured, and our website is also thekickmovement.com.
Until next time, make sure you shop Embrace Dreams at Embrace Dreams Co on Instagram. Also, keep shopping the podcast at embracedreams.thepodcast on Instagram. Bye, guys.